Now at 5, a rescue in Pittsburgh. Firefighters pull a woman from a burning home. What we know about her condition and the investigation. Plus, a major water main project is underway in downtown Lamar. What that means for residents and businesses. And
top intelligence officials face more questions from lawmakers as new details about the sensitive military operations disclosed in a messaging app are released. I'm Erica Brown on Capitol Hill with more on that and reaction from the White House.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh firefighters today rescue a woman from a burning home. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Dow Quick. Firefighters responded to a report of a woman trapped in a burning house at 605 North Georgia. City says they immediately attacked the fire, found the woman despite heavy smoke, and got her out. Pittsburgh Fire Chief says the woman had some injuries and they transferred her to the care of Crawford County EMS. A medical helicopter took her from Pittsburgh's Mercy Hospital to another location. We don't have any further word on her condition. The fire department says no one else was in the home. State Fire Marshal's office will help with the investigation of that fire. A Neodesha, Kansas man enters a plea on a reduced charge as part of a plea agreement in the death of a Coffeyville, Kansas man. Ryan McCullough was charged originally with second-degree murder for the death of David Wintgen. According to court documents, Wintgen died after an altercation with McCullough in May of last year. Well, now McCullough has pleaded no contest to a charge of aggravated battery in the case, and authorities have dismissed the murder charge. Sentencing is scheduled for May. Crews in Lamar, Missouri continue to work on replacing that city's downtown water mains. The project is funded through ARPA grants. The replacement of the pipes coincides with a well drilling project to provide a redundant water source for the city. Residents and businesses in the immediate area are advised that their water might be minimally disrupted starting tomorrow as crews work to attach residential lines to the new main lines.
So this has been on the city's engineering studies and priority list for quite some time. We have quite a few cast iron lines in the ground that still have to come out also, but we knew that this was a great opportunity for us to use some of this funding to replace some of this major infrastructure for us.
Project is slated to continue into the fall. City officials are confident they will meet the deadline. Some area first responders will benefit from your donations to KOAM's Hero Fund telethon next week. The fund is used to aid first responders in getting state-of-the-art personal protection equipment and other safety resources so they can return home to their families as safely as possible. We spoke to the Goodman Police Department to see why they hope to receive this funding.
Actually wanting a grant for a drone for the police department that we could use to help better law enforcement. It would help us apprehend suspects, fleeing suspects. It would just overall help. We got a school here in the area, knew we could drone the school for threats.
The Hero Fund telethon is going to take place next Wednesday during our noon 5 and 6 broadcasts. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a good Wednesday for us today. Temperatures pretty good, most of us 70 to about 73 degrees, but warming up on Thursday. I think most of us will top out near 80. Could have a few showers, random little showers, as we go through the daytime hours tomorrow. Winds will start to increase a bit over the next actually 3 or 4 days. It's going to be windy, and we're still tracking the chance to get a few thunderstorms in here Saturday night into Sunday morning. But 72 in Joplin, 72 in Pittsburgh. The winds have been fairly light today, but they increase gusts kind of 28-ish to about 33 as we go into tomorrow. And then much of the same on Friday. Our winds are going to be up there as well. Temperature is great if you're getting out this evening. Of course, we're going to look at the next few days here in just a bit.
Catch in a few. The Trump administration continues to defend the president's national security advisor and other top officials for their role in adding a reporter to a group chat and discussing planned military strikes using the Signal app. Now some in Congress say they want an investigation. Erica Brown has more details from Capitol Hill.
The heads of the Senate Armed Services Committee are asking the White House for an Inspector General investigation into use of the messaging app Signal for a group chat about a highly sensitive military operation.
We are working and exchanging papers right now.
The White House denies any classified information was discussed in the chat that inadvertently included The Atlantic's editor-in-chief. But Wednesday, the magazine published more excerpts showing detailed information about the strikes on Houthi rebels in Yemen, including launch times.
What The Atlantic released today is confounding and extremely disturbing to any American who worries about our national security and our safety.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said nobody was texting war plans.
There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information.
Two top intelligence officials who were part of the chat were back on Capitol Hill Wednesday, this time facing House lawmakers asking about what was disclosed.
The conversation was candid and sensitive, but as the President National Security Advisor stated, no classified information was shared. There were no sources, methods, locations, or war plans that were shared.
Democrats are pushing back.
I think they intentionally misled Congress into trying to believe that this was some casual conversation. This is a war plan, and American lives are at risk.
Lawmakers are now seeking a classified briefing with White House officials about the leaks. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A nonprofit group called American Oversight filed a lawsuit alleging the use of the Signal app violates federal laws governing the preservation of government records. Today, that judge got assigned to the case got assigned to Judge James Rosberg, the same judge who ruled against the Trump administration for the president's use of the Alien Enemies Act to deport Venezuelan migrants without due process. Still ahead, protecting our kids.
New research shows a concerning trend for childhood vaccination rates after the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm Bradley Blackburn with the findings.
And the impact of eating chili while pregnant. Those stories next in Health Watch. Topping today's Health Watch, as the United States deals with one of the largest measles outbreaks in the past decade, new research shows a concerning trend regarding childhood vaccination rates after the COVID-19 pandemic. Bradley Blackburn has more.
More cases of measles in Texas and New Mexico. The largest outbreak in the country remains in Texas, where more than 325 cases have been reported since January. One child has died.
Unfortunately, post-pandemic, rates of childhood vaccination have not bounced back.
The measles is among the highly contagious diseases that can be prevented with the vaccine. Overall, vaccinations among children declined during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, new research in pediatrics shows immunization rates for some illnesses still remain lower than pre-pandemic levels.
What we saw in this study, about 400,000 or so babies, looking at their vaccination rates by age 5 months, those have declined over the course of the pandemic from about 88% coverage down to 81% coverage by 2023. And by 12 months of age, these kids had still not caught up.
The study focused on the rotavirus vaccine, diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis or whooping cough vaccine, and the pneumococcal conjugate vaccine. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
We're concerned in particular about certain groups that are lagging behind, including babies of color, people who are low income and on Medicaid, and families that may not speak English as a first language. This is an issue because even tiny dips in vaccination rates can leave communities susceptible to outbreaks.
The U.S. confirmed at least a dozen deaths from whooping cough last year. That's according to CDC data, the most deaths from the bacterial infection since 2017. Researchers say they've made progress in a universal vaccine that protects against multiple strains of COVID. Currently, the COVID vaccine needs to be updated often because the virus keeps mutating. But research presented by the American Chemical Society found using new techniques, they could potentially make a vaccine that helps the body create antibodies for multiple COVID strains, as well as the flu and common cold. A health benefit for pregnant women from an unusual source, chili. A study by the University of Buffalo found pregnant women who ate chili once a month had a 4% lower chance of developing gestational diabetes, which can affect both the mother and the baby. This might be because both beans and chili powder are linked to improved blood sugar levels. A new study on smartphone use by children showed what might be some surprising results. The findings by the University of South Florida found kids ages 11 to 13 who have their own smartphones were less likely to report depression or anxiety, and they spent more time in person with friends. But the study also found social media use by kids can be harmful to their mental health. And that is a look at today's health news. A little bit later, our Pet Vet On Call.
Hi, I'm Dr. Eva Dudek from Parsons Pet Hospital. Coming up, we got a fun fact about bats.
Plus, our temperatures warming up and the winds returning over the next few days. We'll look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a nice Wednesday for us today. Temperatures pretty good across the region. Most of us made it into lower 70s during the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine. That's what we're seeing out there right now. Nice shot of our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Pretty much clear skies. It looks like that will be the case, at least through the overnight hours tonight. We'll start to get some clouds in here over the next couple days. The winds are going to return. We're going to have these south winds kind of gusting 25, 30, 35 miles per hour at times. Nothing like what we've seen over the past couple weeks, but it stays windy tomorrow night, stays windy into Friday. But in return, it warms our temperatures up quite a bit as we go into your Thursday afternoon. It really stays windy on Saturday and Sunday as well. 69 Stockton, but 76 in Anderson, 78 at Grand Lake, Pittsburgh 72, Neodesha sitting at 74. Looks good here, 7th and Rangeline, 72. Easterly winds at about 5 to 10. Visibility is good, should be good as we go through the evening hours, as we slide back 70s, 60s. We really only bottom out at about 58 or 59 later on tonight. Clear skies, few little clouds kind of skirting right across central parts of Missouri. We got some showers and thunderstorms down through northern parts of Texas. Very disorganized little systems everywhere across the Central Plains. A little bigger system moving into the Pacific Northwest, and this will start to shoot some chunks of energy at us as we go through the next few days. Let's go through time. By morning, 58, 59 degrees to start your day. Once we go through the morning hours, clouds, a few clouds will start to increase. We could see a few spotty showers popping up, mainly on the Kansas side and pushing east. So don't be surprised, especially north of I-44, if you get a quick shower on Thursday. But temperatures, they're going to warm. I think most of us 81-ish, maybe 82 during the afternoon. So warm and windy on your Thursday. As we go into Thursday night, thunderstorms stay across northern Missouri. Heading into Friday, we only back down 58, 59 degrees again. We get clouds increasing on Friday afternoon. This will keep our temperatures down compared to what we're going to see tomorrow at 80, 81, 82, closer to 70 on Friday. Friday afternoon, we could get a couple random little stray showers that try to push in with a weak wave passing to our south, and then we look pretty good heading into Saturday morning. 60 to start, 75 by noon. Warm high, 81 degrees on Thursday afternoon. Still tracking the chances to get some scattered showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into Sunday. We're right kind of on the bubble of some stronger storms. I think most of the severe weather will stay well east of us, but just something we want to watch as we go through the next few days as this storm system kicks out. It's actually a fairly weak wave, but it should give us some showers and thunderstorms as we head into Saturday night and Sunday morning. I'm not overly concerned about anything severe, but we're going to watch it. 81 on Thursday, 70 on Friday, 80 on Saturday. Morning thunderstorms on Sunday, some of those low-grade severe, and then cooling down early next week.
A bit of rain this time generally is welcomed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Doug. Coming up, thinking about buying or selling a home this spring, the market is shifting. What you need to know before making a move. Topping today's Consumer Watch, consumer confidence dropped for the 4th straight month. This comes amid concerns over tariffs and inflation. The conference board said its index fell 7.2 points in March to 92.9. The conference board reports that Americans' short-term economic expectations fell 9.6 points to a 12-year low. With the arrival of spring, house hunters and sellers are welcoming a fresh season of home buying. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger looks at the real estate forecast and what you can do to prepare for a move.
Just in time for the busy spring real estate season, there are signs of a thaw. Although home prices are up 45.3% from 5 years ago, the rate of price increases is slowing down. That's as new listings grow. And unlike those COVID-era bidding wars, the average home is now selling for 2% less than its listing price. If you're ready to jump into the market, start by running the numbers. Make sure that you have an adequate down payment, at least 10 and ideally 20%. Then make sure that your cash flow can absorb the cost. Ask yourself, if you were to buy, would you still be able to afford your monthly costs and fund other goals like retirement? If the answer is no, then you may be overextending. For sellers, you don't have to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get your house ready for sale. Some projects like a new garage or entry door cost less than $5,000 each. But upon sale, you can recoup the cost of those upgrades and then some. Realtors say minor repairs like touching up paint, replacing broken windows, cleaning or replacing old carpets, fixing leaky faucets, and recaulking showers and tubs are part of getting the house in shape to sell. For the outside, cut the lawn, plant flowers, and tend to the garden. These cosmetic improvements may not add significantly to your asking price, but they can increase your chances of selling the home quicker. In New York, I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Our pet vet on. Up next on the CBS Evening News, more details on what White House officials were sharing in a text chat that sparked a scandal. Then on KOAM News at 6, Pitt State women's basketball team prepares for their Final Four contest tonight. Sports director John Dales is going to have a preview looking at their opponent. Plus, a pause in the older adults transportation service for some Southwest Missouri communities. And the return of hummingbirds to the 4 states. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. As weather gets warmer, a lot of animals become more active, and those include a flying mammal. Today, our pet vet on call has a fun fact for us about bats.
Bats are actually very good for our ecosystem. A bat can eat its body weight in insects, i.e. mosquitoes, every single night, as well as they are credited for pollinating over 3,000 different species of fruit trees. So bats are very good to have around. The only time I'd be cautious of a bat is if you find one in your house, especially in your bedroom. That bat needs to be caught and tested for rabies. But if you see them outside, enjoy. They are helping you get rid of those insects.
Again, bats outside good, bats in the bedroom not so much. We invite questions from anyone. If you have a question, just send it to petvet@koamtv.com. Dr. Eva Dudek from the Parsons Pet Hospital answers a different question or brings us a fun fact every Wednesday right here, KOAM News at 5. You can also find answers to previous questions on our website. All right, let's check out our picks of the litter for the week. Look at this, no bats, but from the Joplin Humane Society, we've chosen this cute young shepherd, a male named Turk. And from the Southeast Kansas Humane Society, this not quite 4-year-old male German shepherd, his name is Jack. Getting up close and personal there. If you're looking for a pet, why not at least check out your local Humane Society? Good evening right now to get out with the pets.
Yeah, it looks pretty good as we go through the evening hours. We're only going to drop back into the upper 50s later on tonight. A little windy for us tomorrow, but 81 for a high. Could get a random shower again on Friday. Better chances for rain on Sunday.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next. And of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.